Even in the dating world, high-quality men are leagues ahead of the average Joe. Women appreciate the fact that men don't talk to them like 99% of men do. You have to understand that a man of high value automatically makes women anxious. On the other hand, when most guys see a hot woman, they start to sweat bullets. Either they'll act really ridiculous, or they won't bother trying at all. Knowing how high-quality men communicate with women will help you have more successful dates. We need to make sure you know this before we continue. Some women are stunning in appearance. However, they too are humans and subject to death. They have the same acrid morning breath as everyone else, since they have to go to the bathroom first thing. Therefore, you should not hold them in high regard. No matter how stunning a lady may be, guys of high value never treat her with worship. They are fully aware that she may be replaced immediately. These guys are aware that there are many attractive women in the world, but that not one of them is perfect. This is seen in their attitude and language toward females. Most guys just don't get the fundamentals. Now, let's get into further detail. 5 ways successful guys communicate with women are discussed in this video. 1. She must first have her pride crushed. Since women are worshipped by the simps, their egos tend to be quite large, because men constantly fill their gasoline tanks. Their pride grew inflated as a result. I appreciate that guys can usually tell when a woman has a huge ego, and they don't give in to it. The opposite may be true. He may serve to ground and humble her with some harsh realities. He's not your typical guy, and that he treats her like she doesn't deserve any better. For the girl, this will be enough to snap her out of her dream state and into the real world. A man of great worth, you see, has to work at becoming better for a very long time. A woman's physical attractiveness alone will not make him treat her as an equal. If he thinks she's simply another egotistical Instagram model, she'll have to disprove that notion. Right this way you can see the reality. Most women enjoy it when a man of high value crushes their ego, but only privately. The female gender tends to engage in multiple relationships at once. This means that they are continuously seeking a man who is superior to themselves. They just don't have any interest in dating men she deems beneath her. If a man caters to a woman's vanity too often, she will eventually come to view him as a low-value partner, regardless of his actual income or intelligence. To some women, high-value men are professionals at deflating their inflated egos because they know exactly what they're worth. In the future, there will be more videos detailing the precise steps to destroying a woman's pride. 2. Difference in compliments. Women are so accustomed to receiving praise that it often loses its impact. However, they still have a need for daily reassurance. Men of worth know how to flatter a woman properly. Like I said earlier, most women have enormous egos. When the normal guy is debating whether or not to approach a woman, there are certain ladies out there who are modest and nice. The high-value man makes a snap judgment on whether or not she is worthwhile. If so, he'll go up to her and say hello. He may pay her praise but then quickly move on. This guy is too busy to play games and buy food for her ego. He could tell her she's gorgeous, but that would be the extent of his compliments to her. If she wants another compliment, she'll have to work for it. He does not lavish her with praise or linger around, babbling incoherently. It's a sign of desperation on the part of a man to flatter a woman. All they can do is lavish her with praise and treat her like she's the most incredible thing since sliced bread. Some of them even flood their direct message inbox with compliments and smiley faces. When a man of high worth compliments a lady, he doesn't seem needy or overdo the compliment. The high-value male is not admiring her, or in a mindset of continually validating her. Thus, they are clearly different. Now that compliment will mean 1,000 times as much to him as the hundreds of other compliments he receives every day. 3. How to communicate and exit. Most men think about how to start a conversation with a woman but neglect to plan for when it ends. Knowing when to cut a discussion short might be just as crucial as making a good first impression. Keep in mind that not every initial encounter calls for an in-depth discussion. Even just saying hi or introduction can set the tone. Let her talk about herself when you two have a longer chat. Women are notorious for babbling on and on about themselves. In order to get her to stop talking about herself, you should ask her a few more questions. Don't go into detail if she asks you a question. Spend a few minutes chatting, and then we'll wrap up. Greetings, and it's a pleasure to meet you. Her name. Whenever that time comes, simply tell her you must depart immediately. She will realize she talked largely about herself and that you are mysterious when you terminate the chat and go about your day. Your responsibility for ending the conversation lies with you, as you are the one who initiated it by approaching her. Real men don't waste their time chatting with women for hours on end. 4. Do not seek approval. A low-quality dude will constantly probe female opinion in an effort to boost his self-esteem. Do I look good to you? Is a common question from these guys. They project an air of insecurity. A man of high value, does he require instruction from a female companion? It's because he has a lot of self-confidence. They are already well aware of their attractiveness and great worth. When in doubt, it's best not to ask for anything at all. It's sexist for a man to act in such a way. Understanding what not to say to a woman is an important part of learning how to talk to her. The moment a man opens his mouth, many women automatically tune him out. 5. Mystery. High-value guys generally have an air of mystery about them, which is highly attractive to women. To be blunt, most men are boring to women because they are so easily categorized. She's prepared for the guy's response and knows just when he'll send a text. Boring. A man of worth is adept at maintaining an air of mystery. Neither the timing nor the content of his text to her are consistent. He'd occasionally text her and then takes a while to react, and occasionally he calls her instead. One day he can't get away from work to take her out, and the next he picks her up and takes her to a lovely restaurant. He keeps both his personal and professional struggles from her. She has tried to incite jealousy in him, but he has shown no reaction. It bombs spectacularly, and she can't help but wonder what's going on in his head. This guy is impossible to gauge. She has no idea what he will say or do next. Thanks for watching this video. Do not forget to hit like, subscribe, and bell buttons.